seemed like the first period there was a little bit of a feeling out portion between the two of you guys. Then your team started to take advantage, take control of the game. Did you like your first period overall, and how did you see the game kind of?
Well, I thought we had first periods. The shots were 11-3 for us, but we had a 5-on-3, and these moments are when you look back at the game, you need to score on those plays. But we had our chances. I thought the second period we slowed down a little bit, the second half, and the third period we came back and then played strong and on our toes and creating chances offensively.
You know, and again, it seemed like the momentum shifted a little bit in the second because you guys really had a big shot advantage. I think it was like 16-3 or 13-3, and then you just kept pouring it on. But 3 penalties in a row allowed this team to kind of get back in, and this is a team that's hot. They're 7-1-1 in their last 10 coming into tonight's game. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a, even if they don't score, it gives them that energy to get back into the game.
Well, for sure. 3 penalties in the second, and that's what I'm saying. I thought in the second period we didn't skate as much as we did in the first period, and that's when you get in trouble. You get into those penalties. That team is really good. They can play defense. They don't give much. Their transition game is good, and if you give them a chance, they're going to take advantage of them. So I thought in the second period, for half the period, we didn't skate as much as we did. Not that we were slow, but we need to be on our toes for 60 minutes. And it's a one-goal game. It's a 1-0 game. I thought it was well played by both teams. Some breakdowns on both sides. They took advantage of one, and we didn't.
What can you say about getting Eric Comrie back? We know how happy you were to get him back, but to actually get him back in the building, have him back on the ice, obviously he played a big role. It was very good tonight, again, for your squad.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the team. It's not only the product you see on the ice, but it's also off the ice. Is the energy he brings to the dressing room, his leadership skills, and obviously his play. The team plays it with a lot of confidence in front of him, and even if it was his first game, it was like, we know what he's going to bring to our team, and we know we can play confident in front of him. So it's going to be a big plus for us for the rest of the season.
As tough it is for your team to lose Sami Nico, it must be a big positive for you guys to be able to give Jonathan Kovacevic and Leon Gabanka some more opportunity. What are you looking for from those two going forward?
Well, that's why we exist, right? That's our team, and our mission is pretty clear. We're here to give our players a chance to develop. And Leon is he's in his first year. Same thing with Covey. Those two guys are learning what it takes to play at this level, but not just 1 or 2 games consistently. And they're playing against top lines, and they're playing on the special teams. So yeah, Sami, we wish him the best. We want our goal is to help the Jets win hockey games. So hopefully he's going to play well when he plays. But here we want to give ice time to our younger players, and we want to play them and develop them. So for those two guys, what we expect is to learn from their mistakes and learn what it takes, and look around and look at the older players, what they do on a daily basis to be ready for a hockey game on a consistent basis. So it's there's a lot of things you need to take in. For a lot of those guys, like Leon, for example, it's the first time probably that he's been living alone. So just for him to cook for himself, to do his laundry, and all those responsibilities that comes with playing pro, take some time. And we're here to give them a chance and to help them develop.
Speaking of those two, I mean, how difficult was it for you as a coach to, either get the message across or whatnot, and that you had to scratch those guys despite the progress they made, but just, given that was a numbers game and such?
Well, you know what? The players nowadays, they want to know the truth, and they want to know, they want to understand the reasons behind the decisions. And the lines of communication were good, and they're still good, and they understood. And not saying they were happy about it, and we didn't expect them to be happy, but they understood. And we talked about the long-term vision, and eventually they're going to play more, and they're going to given more responsibilities. But it wasn't an issue as far as being a distraction for the team. They understood. We talked to them, they talked to us, and we addressed the concerns that they had. But And there's also a trust factor. What we've done in the past, when we give some examples of what we've done in the past, they know that eventually they'll get more, and they'll be given a chance.
Is it fair to say you're disappointed with how Michael Spacek has played since being sent back down in early December?
Well, I think recently he's been better. He's moving his feet more. He's creating chances. I think he's playing more of a 200-foot game. He's trying to manage the puck better. Disappointed? No, I wouldn't say that.
How would you characterize your feeling towards it, this game?
You know what? I think he's a real good, smart player. I think when he moves his feet, he can be a real dangerous asset for us. Offensively, he can shoot the puck. He's working on a few little things that's going to help him move up eventually. So it's, but we all have a different path, and how we deal with adversity or whatnot, we're all different. And Spach and I speak on a consistent basis, and we're working together to help him improve.
Speaking of conversations, and you say that the open lines of communication are always there and such, it must be tough, though, when you're in a situation where, you gave Michael a healthy scratch on December 21st and having that conversation. How did he respond to it, and how did it go from there?
Well, it was those were mutual conversations, and we had to fix a few things, and we had to make sure that he was fit to play, both mentally and physically. So it wasn't a one-way, or it was mutual.
Sure. Right.
Coach, just quickly, what did you see from Juno Lowoto getting it back in? Hasn't played for a few weeks since the Jets, but what did you see from his game tonight?
Well, he's a guy that hasn't played much. And when he played, he didn't play a whole lot of minutes. And that's a skill, to understand how to play the game when you don't play a whole lot of minutes, to understand what it takes and to stay sharp mentally. So when you're called upon, you're ready to get the job done. So that's what he's learning. And now coming down here, he's going to play more, obviously. But I think it's, in his case, playing more minutes is going to help him a lot. We know he's a good PK guy. We know he can block shots. We know he's going to compete hard on the wall, and that's what we've seen today. But it's only going to get better. In my mind, he needs to play minutes, and again, that's why we exist.